Hi, I'm Jessie.
And I'm Olivia.
And we are entering the contest to win a day with Boo Boo Stewart.
Yes.
Because we love Boo Boo Stewart. Right?
Yeah, we do.
And so yeah, we are going to spend some time telling you why we love him and why we love Seth Clearwater. Because there is no one hotter than Seth Clearwater. So we're going to tell you about it. We might even sing you a little song.
Well, first we're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves. We're from a small town in New Jersey.
Not the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, we don't fist pump. We don't wear poofs.
I know what you're thinking. I mean, I have a cousin on the Jersey Shore, but that's another story. So yeah, we're from a small town in New Jersey.
And it's a lot like Forks, actually.
Yeah, but with a lot less rain.
So we're going to tell you a little bit about the character Boo Boo plays in the Twilight Saga, Seth Clearwater.
Mm-hmm. So, Seth Clearwater has always been my favorite character, and I'm not just saying that because Boo Boo was adorable. He's always been my favorite character. And why don't we look at Olivia's shirt that I also came up with the slogan for?
Okay. It says, what does it say?
I heart Jacob Black and his six-pack. Yeah, I came up with that.
And that includes Seth Clearwater because he is in the pack of wolves.
Seth Clearwater is the youngest wolf until Breaking Dawn, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
And he changes in Eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time you really see him is at the campfire scene, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
And
I'm so excited.
Me too. And so you see him at the campfire scene, and as soon as Bella sees him, she's like, "Oh, that's what Jacob used to be like," because he's so happy.
Yeah.
He's just the happiest person ever.
He's just so down to earth and just seems like he would be your best friend, and he's just always positive. He makes everyone so happy whenever they're around him.
Yeah, and then he's the werewolf who finally understands the Cullens are good. They're not evil. They're not trying to kill people. And so when he fights with Edward, they have this unbreakable bond, which is how he becomes the peacemaker between Edward and Jacob.
Yeah, so he becomes close with Edward, and he finds out all this stuff about the vampires, and he just kind of gets Edward, but he gets Jacob, so he's best friends with both of them. So it's kind of cool to see that.
And he has sandy fur. He's the only blonde wolf. Why wouldn't you love him?
He's different.
And when you get to Breaking Dawn, and when Jacob runs away and Bella's so worried about him, she can always call Seth to see where he is.
Yeah. And he's always there for Jacob. And
yeah. And even if it means Seth is gonna get a pounding in his head from Jacob when he knows he talked to Bella, he does it anyway because he's a good person.
Yeah.
And even dealing with his sister.
Yeah, Leah. Because she's
she's got her emotional troubles.
Yeah.
Because of Sam and Emily. So, but whoa.
Spoiler alert. But he is really nice to his sister, even though she can be kind of attitude-ish to him. So.
And so he's also the only werewolf that attends Edward and Bella's wedding. That's a lot of vampires.
Yeah.
Especially when the Denali clan comes down.
We can't get into that. That's a long story.
No, it's a long story.
But yeah, he's just there for them, and he doesn't care that the vampires are there, so he just kind of acts like nothing's wrong, and he's just so cool about it.
Yeah. His mom is more freaking out than he is at the wedding. He's just yay, good job. Congrats, guys. Congrats. So, yeah, and then, another spoiler alert, later on in the book, I actually have read just the Jacob part of Breaking Dawn at least 20 times.
Yeah.
Just because Seth Clearwater
That's the best part.
joins Jacob's pack, and you get a glimpse into what his happy head sounds like. He's so happy.
I know. They should make a book on.
They should just be it's
his
just
perspective.
You know how they made the short second life of Bree Tanner? They should do the short werewolf life of Seth Clearwater.
Yeah.
I would read it 70 times. Not even kidding. I like to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
well, Seth just Well, in conclusion, Seth is just our favorite character, and he's just the best person in like Eclipse and Breaking Dawn, because that's the main books he's in.
He's the best person in all the books in my part. Because he's there. You don't know it, but in Twilight he's there because, you know, Bella's dad is friends with his dad. So
yeah.
He's still in existence, so he's still my favorite. So to end this segment, what we love the most about Seth Clearwater is how he's just so pure of mind and spirit and everything. Like, he's the nicest person, and you can't help but be happy when you're around him. And you know he's got the sweetest, purest thoughts because Edward says so, and Edward knows.
Yeah, and if Edward says he's, like, so pure, then you know it's true.
You know, whatever.
I'll tell you about the actor who plays Seth Clearwater, Boo Boo Stewart. What's his real name?
Nils Allen Jr., but we like Boo Boo better. It's cuter.
Yeah, it's cuter. But he's not related to Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. To be honest, I had no idea who Boo Boo Stewart was until I started Googling who was going to play Seth Clearwater. When I Googled it, I was like, dude, this kid looks so familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And then turns out that he's in a band, right? Then I was like looking at the song list, and I was like, where have I heard this one song before? And it was like...
it was in that movie Jump In with Corbin Bleu on Disney Channel.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god!
Yeah.
And I used to know that song by heart because they would play it on the commercials all the time. It's like, go and Berta, go. You know? Like, all the time. So then we were like, okay, so this kid is really cool.
Yeah.
But he was really young in that song, so I was like, well, how old is this kid? And then I looked it up.
To Google him.
We Googled that shit. Oh, excuse me. And then he's 16.
Our age.
And we're 16. We were like, that's really cool. And then we were like, you slowly got to know him. Because, of course, like, now he's in all the magazines because he's going to be in Eclipse.
Yeah, and everyone says he's the next Taylor Lautner prodigy. And I really like Taylor Lautner,
She
but
likes
like
him a lot.
a lot. And now that I see Boo Boo and I see him in like pictures versus Taylor, you guys look so much alike. And I think that's really cool because I think it's like Boo Boo's gonna be the next Taylor Lautner, and I'm like,
you actually have more of a chance with Boo Boo.
yeah,
the same age.
because he's the same age.
Yeah,
and like he like looks like the next up and coming star, and I hope he's like in more movies and becomes more famous.
I don't hope so, because then he will stop seeing fans that are dedicated as we are.
Because if there was ever a contest for Taylor Lautner, it would.
So many people would enter.
Because so many people would enter, but Boo Boo.
Not that you're not famous.
That you're not famous, but I mean,
we're just like, let's keep it exclusive, shall we? Yeah.
We like that you're like down to earth and like love your fans so much that you want to spend a day with them. That's just so cool.
Yeah, we like that. So yeah. Oh, and we also love that you love animals.
Yeah, we both love
animals. And we saw the Puppy Mill shirt that you wore.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Oh my god, I wanted to smile for like 3 days straight. Like, it just made me so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, most stars are like, oh, what are you wearing today? Oh, I'm wearing like so-and-so. Designer names.
But
you're like, you know what? I'm wearing Stop Puppy Mills.
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah, and it shows you really care, because some celebrities don't even know what that is, and you really care. And like, I have 2 rescue dogs.
And I have 2 rescue dogs.
So, just a lot in common.
He can like, break dance.
Yeah. Like, there's a picture of him like
Foo fighting.
And guitar playing, that's really hot.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. Wink, Olivia. Wink for Boo Boo Stewart.
I have trouble winking.
We've been practicing that. Just not so good at that. Anyway. Whoa. We mustn't,
In your interviews, you always say that Seth is just, like, you feel like you're just like Seth, which is really cool. That means you think you're, like, I mean, you're probably, like, a really genuine person, and, like, really nice, which is, like, good.
Yeah, and I have a good radar for that kind of thing. And, like, just looking at your interviews or anything you say, you just seem sweet. Like, you take your sister to all your events instead of bringing, like, a date. No, that could be us. But it's still really sweet. Like, you're all about family. And you guys all go places together. And, like...
That's cool.
Yeah. Kind of jealous, though, because you get to travel the world and we have to sit through school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good news is we get out of school next week. So if we do win, we will not be in school. It will be summer vacation. We are free. So just keep that in mind.
And single.
Yeah. It's also a big point. Yeah. So yeah, that's why we love Boo Boo Stewart.